It me, Da Sheep, coming at you with part, 5? Of building the Hogwarts Crest. Here's how far we are so far. We are 1/4 of the way through. It is massive. Not gonna lie, it's huge. So without further ado, let's build. Okay, so it looks like this one is going to have... Ooh, actually a little bit of green. I get to open up the green one. Let's go, let's go. So we're gonna have some... Here, before I get ahead of myself, let's go ahead and put on the little Technic pieces. If I can find them. Perfect. Nailed it. Get 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. Meowdy, Elmo. Good to see you, friend. And welcome to the city of electric sheep. Brah. I need to get like a sheep sound effect and add that to my stream deck. Why have I not done that yet, actually? I really need to do that. Maybe like a brah, bzz. Okay, starting off strong. We've already got our Technic pieces in. Okay, so this one uses gold. So we got our gold out. Also uses a bit of white. Let's go ahead and get that out as well. A bit of silver, dark silver, gray. Silver, dark silver. As I proceed to make a mess. Black, gray, and just a few. Green. Actually, I have not yet opened up the green bag. Typically, I open up the bags pre-stream with like a knife, just so that it's nice and clean. But because this one like has a lot of give, these bags do. So I'm gonna go ahead and just open this one up first and go ahead and put that little corner down there. Yeah, I know, right? I'm honestly surprised I haven't either. I really do need to add a sheep sound effect for us. Bzz, bah. And let's outline some stuff. Because we've got, this is going to be the kind of like second part of the little like helmet type thing up at the top. That kind of part of the crest. So we're going to go ahead and outline, not just outline, we're just going to straight up put in that helmet. TBH. Doot, doot, and doot. And let's go ahead and just drop a whole bunch of these, which means I'm going to just get a whole bunch of these silver buddies out and drop them here. And start putting them in. Oh, I need to pull that up. There we go. And drop them on in. Get our... I mean, this one's not really outlining so much as it is just straight up, like, making the, whatchamacallit, like, helmet thing. And we're putting them on in. Do 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 do. This song always is really relaxing to me. So I've been recording all of these and I need to start editing them to put like stuff on YouTube again, because it's been a while since I've done that thing. And so the second one, I forgot to hit record immediately. So the way that I record things, kind of like a behind the scenes type look, is I record to different like audio tracks. So like the music, which, you know, is completely copyright free. Like I can put it on YouTube and it won't be demonetized or anything like that. But I like to be able to like take it out and kind of like modify the levels and stuff. Well, since I forgot to hit record initially, that means that like I can still download the VOD from Twitch and like it's not like it's lost, like the first part of it, but it does mean that I won't be able to like control the different audio levels because, you know, like I have everything saving to a different track whenever I'm recording it. Whereas what Twitch gets is just like whatever outputs to Twitch, which makes sense. Like that, that would be how Twitch records it because that's what Twitch like gets. No shade on Twitch for that one. But, you know, it doesn't give me as much control. And that's kind of like the one thing I'm not a huge fan of Streamlabs OBS about, is that there's no way that I can just like, whenever I hit go live, that it just automatically starts recording as well. Which, you know, usually not a big deal, right? Like, it's not that hard to push a record button. It's really not. But every now and then, forget. And I think it was part 2 was the time that I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and I probably could, because I have a Stream Deck, I probably could like have that be like a macro, like a thing where I push go live and it also starts recording. But I have Streamlabs OBS update my Twitter with the stuff and things whenever I go live, which I could also probably include in a macro and on my Stream Deck. Truthfully, like these are things that could be, I mean, done, but I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so then that's 3, and then that's 3. Perfect. So we've got our outline there. So there's 3 in between here. Doot. 3 in between here. Cool. So we got that outlined. We've got quite a bit more silver, but I don't have a ton more kind of already out, so I'm just going to fill in a few of these while I've got it, just to have it filled in. So 2, and a catty corner. Kind of. I think this is messed up. I think, yeah, it is. Just by 1 stud though. Come on, there we go. Comes with this little golden crowbar that you can use to get them out. There we go. That's better. Much better. Okay. So now let's fill in some of these black ones. Should be plenty. Okay. So this goes all the way from down here up. And through here as well. So it kind of goes up like this too. On this side and on this side. Yeah, I know usually I start with the black, So, you know, it doesn't look like I'm filling in nothing later. It just looks like I'm starting with nothing. But this time I wanted to get the silver down first. Just how I felt like doing it this go around. Yeah, maybe that's something that I will do this evening, is set up like a go live and tweet and record macro for my stream deck. I mean, it's not like it's something that's been like a high priority to set up, but since it is something that has, you know, had a little bit of friction in the past, like, you know, week or two, may as well. There we go. And then fill it in here too. Come on. There we go. There we go. Fill it on and down. But yeah, there are some other things that I do whenever I record, like live. You'll see this little like F2K ComNet like carousel thing. Whenever it's recorded, that just doesn't get recorded on there too. Which, you know, is no shade on my team. My team is awesome. I'm a big fan. But I like having the option to not have it on the recordings. So whenever I pull in the first part of part 2, I may end up having to actually like do some proper editing. But we'll see. We shall see. Come on, there we go. Okay, we getting our black outlines in there. Almost done with this bit. Right here. All right. Cool. Okay, so then we've got this black bit here too. Just kind of filling in a lot of the black stuff since we've got that palette out. Pop that in there. Doot. That comes up. 2 more here. Doot and doot. And 2 more here. Doot. Come on. And doot. And then 3 here. 2, catty corner 1, catty corner 1. Okay. So 3. Making sure that I've got this correct before I move on to the next bit. 2, catty corner 1, catty corner 1. Cool. So then this one just goes vertical for a bit. A decent bit too. Come on. Until it kind of hits here. That's the last vertical bit, and then it goes diagonal. So we'll put that there, and then start going diagonal. Banana. Dun, dun, dun. Cool. So now we got those. That's actually all the black for this one. I'm sure that the next one is going to have black too, though, so I'm not going to straight up put those away. I am, however, going to get out our dark silver. That here. Should be plenty. So we've got dark silver here. kind of filling in this one too. Feels okay. Go there and there. Do. Okay. See how we've got these. This is kind of that darker kind of highlight of that little helm at the top of the crest. I mean, is it really a helm or is it just like it looks kind of like a helm? I'm not sure exactly what that is supposed to be, truthfully. It looks like a helmet, though. I've been calling it a helmet. Or a helm. Whatevs. It might just be kind of like a little decoration thing at the top, though. Not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just making sure that this is correct. Yep. Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 more up here. And that may actually be it for the dark silver. Got those. Yeah, sure enough. Okay. We got more straight up silver, gold, and gray. So we'll go ahead and pour out some more just silver and get to town. So we got some silver around the snake. Just a little bit around here though. Not a ton. We do have a decent amount of silver kind of outlining this black bit though. So this is an outline. So 2 down for each of these bits. Oh, I missed a couple of dark silver. My bad. Goes there and there. Yeah, there we go. So now that one goes catty corner to there. Then 2 in, 1 and 1. 2 in and 1. So we got 3 there for that gray. Cool. Just a handful of white up here, so I'll go ahead and fill those bits in. It's not a whole lot of them. We got these 2 up here, and then we got these 5 over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 and 5. Like I said, not many of those. Hence why we just took care of that bit pretty quick. Okay. So we got some more kind of outlines. There and there and there. So we're going to fill that in with gold before too long. These 3. Coming right back up into here. Cool. Whoop. Okay, so we got 3, 1. Now we need 4 of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, and then 4. Yep, everything's adding up. Let's go. If I can actually grab things. There we go. Oh. And fill these in here. Okay. Make sure we got everything. That goes through there. 2 all the way through there. Till 1s. Yep. And then the rest of these are just gold. Except for these, which are gray. Let's do gray first. Where did gray go? Oh. I didn't actually pull gray out. We have so many colors for this one. I accidentally pulled red instead of gray. We don't need red. For a while, at least. Okay. So now we're going to fill these bits in. Down here. And this color honestly looks super similar to the silver, even when they're right next to each other. That's not just a stream camera thing. Like, they really do look very, very similar. Whenever it's a little bit further away, the difference is a little bit more clear, but just a little bit, truthfully. Okay. Now we just fill in the gold bits. Gold bits! Okay. Oh. Fill them on in. And that is almost the end of the first panel for today. Depending on how we're doing on time, we may be able to get 3 of them done again today. That'd be pretty awesome. It's kind of my goal at this point, is to see if I can get 3 of them done. If I don't quite get there, I'm not exactly like bummed or anything, but 3 is my goal. All right. Let's go. Oh. Can I put that here-ish? Show it off at the end. And I've got a few of these still kind of left over. Let's see. Go down to the next page. This one's going to use a lot more green. A lot more green. So this is again, bottom and left. Yeah, it is a little quiet in chat today. That's okay. That happens sometimes. That happens sometimes. Every now and then people either are having stuff to do or just want to lurk or can't come by. It happens. I am not too concerned. I need to get better about like self-promotion type stuff too, truthfully. But that is something that I need to work on. What can you do? Let's see. Yeah, I really do think that whenever I start like editing things and putting them on YouTube, that'll help with that as well. Because the Twitch VOD situation is just kind of laughable, truthfully. It's not very good. Let's do our black outlines. Yo, Scorpion! Yeah, the lion is done. We are starting on the... Oh, wrong way. We are starting on the snake. But we do have our lion done. Good to see you, Dr. Scorpion. Yeah, I'm really happy with how that lion turned out too. Like, that looks really cool. And I know that I've said it quite a few times, but like, massive. So much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. And that is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Good problem to have, but still a problem that I now have. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. And then 4 across. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good to see you, Dr. Scorpion. Thanks for dropping by, friend. Much love, buddy. Yeah, so we're kind of doing this outline bit first. 2, 2, 2. And so that's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. One more 2. See you tomorrow, Scorpion. Yeah, I should be here. Yeah, I'm trying to make this an every lunch that I can kind of thing. Which means it's most lunches. Like I couldn't on Monday or last Friday, but I can again this Friday, which is good. 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, and 1. Perfect. Oh, as I proceed to just like jostle it. And 3 more out of this side. So we got our 2s to our 3. Okay, here's where it has 3 more in here. So this is kind of like that top of the snake, I think. No, this is, yeah. No, not quite. This is right above the snake. That's what it is. Okay, we're done with the black for this one. I've poured out a little more of the black than we need for today. That's okay. Easy to put away. So now let's kind of outline these as well. So we got these 2 here. Drop 2. This. So we're kind of outlining the gray bits. So it goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because then that'll go dark silver, dark silver. Yep, nailed it. Nailed it. Pop those buddies in there. You know, I've got the dark silver here with me. I'm gonna go ahead and fill those in too, actually. Just fill them on in. And fill them on in. There we go. That's all of the dark silver for this one. Cool. So then this is drop 2. Still kind of going up like that. And now that we're underneath that dark gray, we continue dropping 2 for 1. And then we do 2 more just across, leaving kind of an opening. And then drop in 2 again. Drop in 2, drop in 2. Gonna need a decent amount of this more. There we go. And fill those in. Let's go. Cool. Okay, go ahead and kind of fill. Yeah, let's just do above the snake in general, because that'll be relatively easy. There and there, which lets me kind of outline that in silver a little bit better, because that goes up and up and up. So that goes up, 2 over. All of this is going to be filled in white. Since there's not a ton of white, I am kind of holding off on the white. So kind of fill those in. Skip 3, 2, and then 1 white on the end. And we get that. Skip 2, and plop those in. Cool. So 3 more for it to go down here. So we're kind of outlining that little, it's not really flowery, but like that kind of, not sure what to call it, almost paisley around the outside. Almost. Not quite paisley, but almost. Go ahead and fill these in here too, since we got a little bit of this. And so we got that one. So we got 2. It looks like we need 2 more wide. It goes up and then kind of skewing up into that. Okay. So then we can fill this in. This is kind of that paisley gold that I was just talking about. Go ahead and fill those in. And it comes up here. Again with that kind of swoop almost. Comes around. It's actually a little bit more white up here than I was thinking there was on first glance. Because there's 2 here, 1 here, and then all of this is filled in with white. Not as few as last panel, but last panel only had like, what, 7 total white studs? It was pretty low on the white stud count. This one uses a little bit more. Not a ton, but a little bit. So we'll go ahead and fill those in. So we got that corner up here. We got these 2 in here. And that white is kind of like the background, whereas the gold is kind of like that swoop. The white is kind of like the canvas that all of that is behind. Yo, what's up, Cabriata? Good to see you, friend. Welcome to the city of electric sheep. Bah. Good to see you, friend. How is my lunchtime going? Oh, and kind of filling in that canvas. Getting it going on. A little bit more. We've got what, 7 more? I may have somehow grabbed like almost the perfect amount whenever I just kind of like grabbed a handful. May have. No, I grabbed like 2 studs more than it called for. Still, pretty proud of that. For just like an errant grab. We're definitely gonna need to grab some more of these gray ones. Clairvoyance, right? I didn't know I was a seer. So now this is filling in that gray area. That's right there. The gray, again, it kind of like doesn't really capture very well on kind of like the zoomed in camera, but whenever kind of like holding it up afterwards, it looks a lot kind of more obvious. And really, even in person, like up as close as, even I am, like you can tell a tiny difference whenever you're putting them in, but not much of one. They are very, very similar colors. That's probably plenty. But this whole thing is meant to be basically like put on, not basically, it's meant to be put up on a wall. And you're not going to be kind of like looking at it like super duper up close. You're going to be looking at it kind of, like it's on a wall, like it's art. That's the general idea. So, being up that close, it being practically the same color, whereas being farther away, yeah, okay. And now, to fill in all of that green, we're going to have a decent amount of this green. So I'm just going to straight up pour it out. Not the whole thing, but pouring out a lot. Because now we are filling in this whole area down here. Like that whole thing. The only exception of this black part right here, because that already has the black studs that it's supposed to. So I'll go ahead and kind of outline that. And then I'll kind of outline this whole area up here too. Kind of like we're filling it in, right? This is the kind of brushing the filling in the thing, so then you can just kind of zoom in the rest, or zoop in the rest. Fill in. If you can't tell, I did not go to art school. Proper terms and terminologies and whatnot, I'm just not aware of, unfortunately. There we go. Kind of outlining that. And continue filling in. I love that though, clairvoyance. I would have gotten an outstanding in my, divination OWL, huh? I could have pursued it at the NEWT levels. I gotta say, I don't know that I would be particularly receptive to either Professor Trelawney or Professor Forenz's teaching methods. I don't think that either one of those would have really jived with me. It's okay. I live in the States, so I would have been going to Ilvermorny instead, right? Fill it on in. Yeah, it honestly makes sense whenever, because I've been kind of like re-listening to some things whenever I don't need to, the books whenever I don't need to be like paying as much attention to, like, you know, either I'm like going for a run or something like that. And it's something that if I miss a little bit of, like, no big deal because I've already read them, right? Like numerous times. It makes complete sense that people who are Muggle-born, like, end up studying so much more because they know, like, hey, whenever magic doesn't exist, like, things are way, way different. Like, I'm gonna study all this and make as much happen as I possibly can. It's one of those things that, like, I don't know, whenever you take something for granted that it just kind of works a certain way, then, you know, you don't kind of look into it as much. I don't know. All right, we're almost done filling in this green. Almost. Getting there. Getting there. Almost there. Almost there. All right. Finished filling that in. And zoop. Here we are so far. We've got that kind of like wing of the crest coming out. And the final one for today. Grab a few more of our Technic pieces. Thanks, Cavriata. I appreciate the applause. The kitty cat is outside the door and she is with that doggy. I don't know if y'all could hear, but I could, and she is mad. The doggy probably did something like existed. Poor dog. She wants to be the kitty cat's friend, but the kitty cat does not want to be her friend at all. I've seen him at it. The doggy will just like come up and be like, hey. She'll be like, no, and start. It's really sad, but it's also pretty cute. Okay, so like normal, I'm going to get the black stuff in first. Just because, like, A, it's harder to see for y'all, so the sooner I get that taken care of, the better. But also it kind of like helps outline a lot of the stuff because the black ends up being kind of those broader, not broader, but those kind of like outlining steps. And this one doesn't really have a ton of them, so that's good. That is very good. 2 more here, and then 2 more here. Add an angle. Got him. Okay. Only 3 green for this one. So whereas the last one we filled in a ton of green, this one only has that much green. Wow. That is a pretty big difference. Okay. Then we fill in the dark silver. Really not a lot of that either. Just 5 studs of that. And straight up move those over here. And now we've got the regular silver, gold, and white. And this one has quite a bit more white, so I'm actually going to pour some of those out. We haven't had a whole lot of that kind of like blank canvas part so far in today's steps, but this one's got them. This one's got them. So we'll go ahead and kind of start in this, what for me is top left corner. Fill in some of the white there. You know what? I think I'll get the top right corner too. Just kind of get those white accents down first. May actually get most of the white done very first. Just since they're all kind of in these corner areas and then kind of accenting the black that we've already put down. Ends up being a pretty good place to start. I've got a silver. I'll go ahead and pop it in here. Cool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and fill in the white over here too, since it's kind of highlighting that black, and you won't kind of be looking at this area that looks like it has nothing for you, but for me, you know, since it's black on black, it's kind of hard for me to see it too, but trust me, it's there. You don't just have to trust me. You saw me put it on. You saw it. You were there. Okay. So then this goes up 4 more. Right? 1, 2, yeah, 4 more. High. So we're kind of making a little swoop out. So 4 more means 5 total high. A 2 stud overlap. Got a kitty cat here. Pull that out. 2 stud overlap, but then it goes up 1 more. And we've got kind of catty corner, but it goes for 4 wide. Okay. And then catty corner for 2. And catty corner for 2 more. That completely fills in here. Come on. There we go. Catty corner up here for 2. And then we fill it in. So these are 3 tall and 5 tall respectively. Solid. Very solid. Cool. So quite a bit more white than we have been using, but we're already done with it. Feels okay. So now that white is kind of outlined as well. So outlining some outlines. So 4 outlining here. 2 break because there's going to be a gold kind of swoosh, swirl in there. And guess I'll fill in this bit here. Next, since I've kind of already started on it, I've also kind of started over here. So got a few of those, and now we'll get a few of these too. Fill them on in. Outline that area. A lot of this is just going to be filled with gold. Gold, Jerry, gold. And outlined. Oh, dropped it. There too. So fill in with gold and outline this. So it continues at that catty corner angle. There's not a one stud overlap quite yet, but there will be on this side here. So this one does have that silver one stud overlap, both here and here. But it doesn't coming back down here. Just kind of goes catty corner again. Goes diagonal. On both sides. So down here as well, there's no stud overlap. And it doesn't have a stud overlap coming back up either. And we fill it on in. And again, a diagonal. Now this one in particular makes a lot of sense to not have an overlap, because that would start getting really chunky in there. But instead, let's go in at that diagonal. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this way. Makes sense. Because again, it's kind of outlining that white area. And here's where I'm gonna go ahead and outline this area too, and have that kind of outlining the swoosh be the last part that we do of the silver. Just because that would be a really anticlimactic part to end on for the silver. Looks like I am going to need a bit more of them, so I'll go ahead and grab those. Okay, so now we're swooshing this area in here. So we've got that going up, over, and then 3 diagonal from there. So that's 1, 2, and 3. 2 studs in between there. So then that one is 5 tall, which includes this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we've got a 3 stud break here, which is correct. Good. So then we've got a diagonal and up. 2 stud break there. Diagonal. Diagonal, and there. So now we've outlined that swoosh. And now we just get to fill in with gold. And fill it on in with gold. Feels good, man. All right. So we've done our outlines, and now we're just filling in. So we are going to have that big swoosh, which is pretty cool. And that'll look really cool, particularly whenever I'm able to kind of hold it up at the end. After I've filled these in, you'll see the kind of like swoop that it's got going on it. It's gonna look pretty cool. And we just fill in. Fill them in. Doing this kind of like outside of the swoosh area first. And now we've got the swoosh. Gonna grab some more gold ones and put them over here, because we're gonna start at the end of the swoosh and work our swoosh around. And swoosh it on around. Oh, there we go. And we're swooshing. So I'm really excited to finish this kind of like top part of the crest, because it means that most of, not all of, but a lot of the kind of like outside areas of the crest are kind of like not done, but you know, because there's still like the whole right side of the crest and bottom as well, but like particularly the you know, rest of this kind of quadrant is going to be a lot of filling inside the crest, which is the part that I'm most excited about. Like, you know, the top bit, you know, okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's not bad. The inside of the crest, though, like, the crest is why we bought these. And this part's pretty. Like, it definitely adds something to it. You need the outside of the crest in order for the inside to, like, actually pop. But it's not like the main focus. You know, it's not the headliner. It's the opening act. And it looks nice. But it's definitely not it's definitely just the opening act. And we're swooshing. I'm gonna need even more gold pieces than I got out. Lot of gold on this one. Swoosh intensifies. All come from the base of the swoop. We're swooshing around. We keep swooshing. And we're getting there. The climax of the swoosh. There it is. There it is. Swoosh. Attained. Aww. And of course, there's that bit, which of course will connect. We'll end up connecting into here, but we have to attach all of these bits before we get there. Oh, that's coming along really well. Well, thank you very much for spending my lunch with me. I really appreciate getting to hang out with y'all and getting to build some Legos and build in on that community. And until next time, you stay electric, Sheep City.